Basil, and I'm the president of our Texas Frontier Trails Board. The organization that was started back in like '93, their part was to build the outdoor theater, the amphitheater, to have dramas here in the park, at Pollard Park. And the city has worked with us on getting the park allowing us to use the park, and we've had a lot of people helping us. We have a 16-member board that has been very, very active, and we all pulled together. We were newly formed, and in January we had our first real meeting as a board, and we just decided, we met with Andy Wilkinson, the playwright, and decided that it was time. If we were going to ever see if it would work, we had to have a drama here in the park to even see the interest. And as you can tell, it's so exciting because we had 45 sponsors. We've raised well over $35,000 just in sponsorships. We've sold maybe 100 tickets extra. I don't really know for sure. I wasn't told all that, but we were excited with what's the town has supported us. We got a lot of good support from out in the outlying areas. A lot of people follow Barry Corbin. And as we got into it, we found out that they were doing more and more with Barry Corbin and wanted to get on the website and hadn't seen maybe this particular place, so they were ready to see it. I'd like to maybe look at 3 or 4 a year, something that would be here in the park. We're not sure if it will be a drama, if it will be singing. We're not sure yet. By donations, being a member, we have memberships available supporting us. We need obviously some large money to come in, maybe someone that's willing to write a grant for us, help us in that way to maybe get the money that we need to build we need a building, we need restrooms, we need electricity, we need water. It's pretty primitive, but as you can tell, it's going, so we're excited.
It was in a dream, you might call it a creative flash, and I wrote it down. I wasn't even aware that I did. And the next morning I saw this writing on a couple of pieces of, three-ring notebook paper, just like they use in school, about 800 words. And I read it to the Chamber of Commerce that day, and they said, put it in the paper and let's get started on it. And we started then.
I was always too busy working to sit around swapping hot air, dewy-eyed. Anyway, I was having my breakfast. Everybody was greeting everybody. Here's Colonel this, there's Colonel that. Oh, meet Colonel so-and-so. More damn colonels flying around than blowflies around a weak old carcass. Well, I was busy with my eggs. Some fella spots me from way across the room. He lights up with a grin like he's going to sell me an insurance policy. Makes his way across the room with his hand stuck out in front of him like a wagging tongue. And he yells out, "Colonel Goodnight, I presume." I kept on eating. Well, he come a little closer, raises his volume. "Colonel Goodnight, I presume." Kept eating. Well, he was a persistent mugwump. He comes crawling across the floor there, dodging the patrons and kitchen help like a sheep cutting, like a dog cutting sheep, and so he's standing right next to my chair, hand bobbing up and down like a pump handle. "Colonel Goodnight, I presume." Well, damn, people, I'd been as polite as I could be. He said, "My father was an old Indian fighter." I said, "Well, is that an insult or a curse?" I told him that one Comanche warrior clear 5 counties and every sorry white man in it. I told them all that I would not stand for being colonel. They could call me Charlie, Mr. Goodnight if my given name's too familiar for them, but I will not answer to colonel. Now, I was always waiting for saddling up time. For 'twas then, before every light angle to fill the round corners, we'd clamor like wolves at the kill. With horse talk, our yap, our nip, and our bite. Latigo leathers, snapping cinches down tight. In winter's sharp rime, summer's wet dew as we mounted our horses, saddling up time. Though I've lived for this moment most all my life, beginnings, not endings, put the edge on my knife. I've cursed too damn much, I've never prayed well. Could be that God means to send me to hell riding drag for the devil to pay for my crime. But I'm damned if I'll go before saddling up time. So long, Corbin.